A net negative there of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the... First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers 7, 49ers nothing. Mason Crosby,
now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Lance on target to Samuel for the Niner first. Lance now on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Chris Barnes. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Well, Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, guys, I got 19. He's mine. He's not going anywhere. Mike 42, Mike 42.
And Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action. Now Rodgers. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bahort. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, Mostert trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a play fake. Lance. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is...
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Lance now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. Man open, here is Jones. And all the way down to the 26.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you to bigger errors.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. Shedding through the defense. And some room to work. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Lance now on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. And Lance going to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Though definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. It's complete, but he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Dean Lowry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
138 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left.
A check down here to Jones.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Rodgers to throw. He hits Adams complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Davante Adams, he's a great volume receiver. Here, he's able to do some pretty nifty work after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54.
Rodgers throwing here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And This is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Let's go, defense.
One final try now for Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,